if somebody's listening and saying, oh, I want to get this started, what kind of advice do you want to give them to go for this localization and actually grow bigger in Europe?
Again, I would say try to talk to, great way to start is look for your district export council. There's 60 in the United States. There's 60 locations. I think that we have 4 here in the state of Texas, depending on your region. So that's a great place to go. They're a good place to start. Also, get in with the U.S. Commercial Service. Find out the contacts there. Their services are all over on their website. You can tell what they can do. You can get in contact with them. There's always somebody, again, that's local. We have a local person with the Commercial Service that is part of our deck. So you can get with them. They'll give you ideas of who to connect with, who to talk to, and things like that. You give them, okay, I'm looking at doing something with this country. What can you help me do? And they'll give you recommendations and suggestions and contacts to do that too.
Yeah.
And then it's just really just going out and promoting, yourself, that you are let's say a global company trying to expand out in a certain territory, certain region, certain country. And people should start coming to you. I use a lot of LinkedIn, obviously, connections and promotions a lot of times to promote what's going on and what's happening with our company and myself when I do travel and things like that. And then obviously going to some of these conferences that you and I see each other, the ERA or ECIA or EDS or any of those. And then also looking for some of these larger global shows that maybe they didn't want to or were afraid to attend. Maybe they should attend it, at least walk it and go find out what is going on in that marketplace.
Is wow, right? And you can set up meetings. You don't need to have a booth.
Some trade shows out there that they could connect with, depending on the industry that they go after or the marketplace they're looking for. Especially if you're trying to get to the EV market or any of these emerging markets like IO or AI and things like that. Find out those shows and just go visit them. And most of the time you can get free passes to go to these shows anyway.
Yeah. So
why not try them out? See if it's something you like. Get in contact with the people, and you might start finding a little niche of things that And most of the time, I will say, my competitors, aren't there, either. So it's like, okay, I got one step over on something. But I like the idea of just being able to go walk it. Yeah. If I could have a booth, if it makes sense, then we will spend the money to do it. But typically, I don't have to, or I can partner with one of my distributors, like I did actually with this show in Germany. They had a booth and they asked me to participate with them. So I had my own little presentation set up, and that was part of the premise of me coming to that show too. So is to help promote and help sponsor, or not sponsor, but work with them and try to look for opportunities. So it was great. So I know there's a lot more things to have there, but I think you got to start. You got to start somewhere.
Yeah. But it's good to hear. Yeah, connect. And I think it's good to hear you're like a front runner, right? And also by going there and having the communication, or you can actually ask who you meet, right? Oh, who should I talk to? Or do you know, right? So you're getting the recommendations and getting further in with the networking. So I think that's amazing.
I think we're falling into a trap, and I'll say I have to, because I'm one of them. I fall into the trap of only looking at emails and those kind of things and thinking that emails are going to do it all. But sometimes you just have to, I hate to say it, you just have to call. Yeah. You have to either call,
pick up the phone.
Pick up the phone, quit messaging, pick up the phone, talk, or just go out face to face. You don't need to be doing everything in front of your computer, get in front of people. I love the virtual space that we've created, especially during COVID, which, I had no idea it was going to be so incredibly valuable, with doing Zoom meetings and team meetings and things like that. But that face-to-face, as you know, it's just the most important thing in the world still. So just getting out, meeting people, calling them, actually going to go see what's going on in the world, and just getting out and finding out what else is available on a global basis, because it's out there.
Thank you for joining us for another episode of Leadership in Manufacturing podcast. I love that you're listening. Please find us on YouTube and wherever you get your podcast, and be sure to subscribe and rate us. Also, follow our LinkedIn page and Instagram, and check out leadershipinmanufacturing.com for previous episodes, blog posts, and our newsletter. So let's continue this journey together to become better leaders in the electronics industry. Remember, stay curious, keep learning. See you next time.